Hey everybody, my name is Mari Moan and welcome to my online art studio. Today's tutorial is inspired by this little elephant stuffy. I saw this sitting in my room and I thought it would be a great addition to try to do a watercolor brush pen art, and I'm really looking forward to it because it's colorful and has a lot of detail and is inspired by the elephants you would see in India. So let's get to it and let's see what fun we can create. Okay, so we are doing summer session 10. I think this might be our last session of the summer because I think school will be kicking off for a lot of people next week, whether it's online or in person. So you'll probably have a lot to do and a lot of art classes and creative time with your projects or whatever you have. So please make sure you continue to be creative and try some skills you've learned this summer. So today, we're going to work with our pencil and our eraser. We love the eraser. As you know, if you watched any of my classes, you know I love an eraser because it is okay to make mistakes. We're going to work with some watercolor brush pens today. If you don't have watercolor brush pens, you can get some. They're a lot of fun to work with. They do have a learning curve. Or you can use regular watercolors, markers, crayons, whatever you have, pastels. Just keep in mind, you always know that I love your creativity, and I am fine with you doing anything of any color and adding your own spin on things. So always make sure you do that. So what we're going to start with is we're going to take our pencil and we're going to draw an oval to mark off our area right over here. Very lightly, we're just going to mark off an oval shape, which will be the area of the head for our elephant. And we will come over here because there's going to be invariably a trunk. So we'll do a little curve and we're just going to come this way and kind of S-curve it down and then pull it up. There we go. So it's going to connect with our oval where we will start to bring out the head in a little bit. And we are going to trace, well not trace, but we're going to follow along with this curve. And we're going to come down low like this, and we're going to pull up this area right up to here, where we're going to arc right back down for the leg of our elephant. Before we continue further, we're going to put a curved triangle piece right about here for the ear of our elephant. And we're going to put another one right back here. So the ear of the elephant is behind. So we have this, and we have the curve. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shapes. I'm going to find the spot right near the head here, where I'm going to start arcing lightly the back of the elephant. And I'm going to pull this down right here for the back leg so it's even with the bottom. There we go. So you can pause that if you'd like to slow it down or keep up if you've fallen behind. And at the bottom of the foot, we're going to add one arc here and one arc there. Now before I do the arc here, let's go in here and add the back covering of our elephant. So I'm going to actually make it look as though it's layered on top, and I'm going to go this way over the back arc of our elephant and curve it slightly down. Here, there we go. And always add the little curve there. This will be a lot of fun where you can use your freedom of style and expression to design the back covering of our little elephant. There we have it. Let's pull up here. I'm going to just put a slight curve there so it looks like it arcs, even though I'm not going to draw that portion. There we go. I think I want to bring this foot out a little bit more. It's too small for me. There. And we'll just fix that right up. So always make sure you look at your drawing. And if you don't like something, it is okay, children. It is okay to erase it and redo it and fix it. You do not need to throw it away by any means. There we have it. This is great. Okay. So I might as well come in here and start getting rid of some of these lines here. Which is why it's important to draw light if you plan on erasing later. Sometimes it's a little too dark there even. Now the shape of the elephant's head is not one that I'm particularly fond of at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to pull the head out a little bit. And I'm going to make it more flat and then curve it in some. Like this. There we go. Of course, when we looked at the stuffy decoration, it was very much round. So I'm not going to keep it that way. But I actually, yes, there we go. I'm actually realizing that I might want to make a slight change of this right here. Feeling like this curve here should have come down a little bit higher. There, that. There was a little bit too much of a dip there. That looks better for me. Anyway, okay. So I'll just add that there. And just get rid of that tiny little section. I wasn't feeling it. Wasn't feeling it, guys. Was not feeling that dip. Remember, you can always rotate your page and your paper. Go. A little bit happier with that. And fix this slightly. It's a little bit too straight. There we go. All right. The fun part will be when we add some color. I'm starting to feel that this should probably go up just a little bit more after I'm seeing it. There. See, my friends? Erasers. Now remember, everyone has their own style, so you do not need to change it, and you do not need to get it right the first time. That's why we have erasers. That's why we're practicing. And there we have it. Okay, that makes me feel better. So now that I've seen how it's shaped out, I am much happier with it. Okay, so I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 circles where I'm just going to plot off where my tassels are going to hang, but I'm not going to really fill it in yet because that's what I'm going to use when I color with my brush pens. So I'm just marking off the area. And it was cool because on the little stuffy, he had a little bead here, and his tail, or her tail, was made out of beads. But I'm just going to add a little curve here, pull it down, and add his little tail. Right about here. I'm going to add just a spot for an eye. I'll figure out how to do that color of it later. And that is part 1 of drawing your elephant. Now, moving on. This is where we get to design and decorate how we'd like this to be. So you can use any patterns or designs you like, or you can follow along. But this is where you can have freedom to just brainstorm and have whatever your mind flows to make the pattern of this fabric draping on our friend here. You can do floral. You can do zigzags. You can do waves. You can make up your own designs. We've done this before in class with other projects. Just gonna let my mind flow and see what I come up with in terms of creating these designs and patterns. Go. Florals, circles, lines, dots, you name it. You can add any kind of free-flowing designs. I'll probably use acrylic brush pens or acrylic pens to add some details afterwards as well. with some gold and different colors. And there we have it. Now, I'll probably paint the elephant as well, but as I noticed, the elephant also had little floral designs, but that will come later. Here we have our basics for our elephant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on hyperlapse, and I'm going to let you watch as I color and paint this, and you can get inspired and you can color and fill in yours any way you like.